going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Eat your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I am not doing well. I am putting this video together because I'm not going to be live again tonight. So I'm making a little premiere. And yeah, I started making this yesterday, and yeah, it's not going well. But I want to put something on for you guys. I know you guys love the content, so thank you so much. And we're just going to play it. I've got a bunch of clips of judges yelling at people. It's good, but I put a bunch of stuff together that I don't really have to say anything for. So we're going to play it, we're going to watch, and we're going to hopefully enjoy. Please hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. All right, let's go.
Court calls the people of the state of Michigan versus Donald Marion Fenton, case number 25542 SD. Appearances, please.
Nate Carnes on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. George Sirkin on behalf of the defendant.
Mr. Sirkin, why are you not here?
Your Honor, I was informed yesterday in the afternoon by the Curt to be here at 8:30, and unfortunately, it takes me over 4.5 hours to drive. I could not make those kind of arrangements on such a short notice. And the problem also is, Your Honor, that I have a number of motions to file next week, and because of the holiday on Monday, I have to get them out today or tomorrow. I would always.
Mr. Sirkin, you received a notice back on April 16th of today's date.
Your Honor, if I may. My recollection and my notation in the calendar was that it was going to be on May 22nd. And also on May 29th, we're going to have a final pretrial. My client also said he made a note of that date. Now, when I filed my motions last week, I received.
Yeah, we'll get to your motions in a minute. Where are we at with that?
All right. Well, here.
Does not make sense to me.
Your Honor.
Mr. Sirkin, hold on.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't show that it was ever set for the 29th. We have the final pretrial that was set for today at 8:45, and then the motion hearing that was set yesterday at 9:45.
Yeah, so my clerk is telling me, as is my file, we were never set for a final pretrial next week, that we are set, the notice in the file is set for today at 8:45. That was sent out on April 16th.
Oh. Your Honor, I received the court notice yesterday with the date of May 21. I have the envelope. It was postmarked May 20th.
It was, and my staff tells me they had a telephone conversation with you about that date being set.
A telephone conversation to set it to 9:45 instead of 8:30, and I agreed. Your Honor, I was in the Oakland Circuit Court yesterday with a case that was set over 2 weeks ago. If it was going to be on May 21, I would not have agreed to that, Your Honor, and I could not have been in two places at one time. You may check with the Oakland County Circuit Court. I can give you the case number. I can give you the name of the judge. I was in court yesterday for a motion hearing that was scheduled over 2 weeks ago. So if
my staff tells me that they mailed notice of yesterday's motion to you after having a conversation with you, advising that that time was okay. And then we're still here today and you're not.
Your Honor, the only notice I received was a notice I received yesterday. And that notice was received yesterday, and I have the envelope showing that it was postmarked on May 20th. If I have an opportunity to.
For what day?
Person, I will bring it with me, Your Honor.
What day did you that notice that you received that you just referenced, what hearing was that for?
Hold on. Motion hearing. Motion
Okay, so that
hearing,
was yesterday.
9:45.
That was yesterday.
Yes, that's what the
When did
notice
you
says.
receive
I
When did you
received
receive
this yesterday, Your Honor.
Sir, let me answer the question, ask the
Go ahead.
questions, all right? You're
Yeah,
finding
yes, sir.
yourself very close to contempt.
I'm sorry.
When did you receive notice of today's hearing?
Yesterday in the afternoon.
Today's hearing, you received notice
Well, no,
yesterday.
not today's hearing. I'm sorry. I had a conversation with the court clerk yesterday about today's hearing.
Yeah, when you advised them that you would be appearing by Zoom, and I said, no, you're not. The
I
question
understand,
is,
Your
when
Honor.
did you receive notice of today's hearing?
It was about 2:00 in the afternoon.
That's when you had the conversation with my staff. When did you
Approximately.
receive notice on paper of today's hearing?
Verbally, yes.
No, on paper, when did you receive it?
Receive what, Your Honor?
Good God. When did you receive on paper the notice of today's hearing?
I have not received anything on paper of today's hearing.
Then how did you know to call my staff yesterday and tell them that you were going to appear by Zoom?
That's correct.
All right. All I can say is it's a good thing you are not present in my courtroom today because you would be finding yourself an inmate at the Wexford County Hilton. What we're going to do is we're going to set this for next week on Wednesday. We will address your motion and we will address the final pretrial. That will happen at 11 o'clock. And if that doesn't fit with my docket, we'll squeeze it in at 11 o'clock. Both of you will be here. If you're not, or if I don't have good reason for you not to be here, presented to me in advance, you will be in contempt of court. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're adjourned.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was probably as close to a Key and Peele skit that you can get in court. Yeah, I don't feel well and I was laughing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. That one was good. Now we're jumping to Judge Simpson, I believe.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Court calls case People versus Carl Tinsley.
People.
Is that what Johnson was here on?
Yes.
Is that, you gotta watch, Alan, did you see him sitting over there in the corner? He was hiding. He comes in here and hides. Go ahead.
Good morning, man. Please, this Honorable Court, Kareem Johnson on behalf of Carl Tinsley, who's approaching from custody.
They're bringing. Your name, sir?
Carl Tinsley.
Thank you. Yeah, just step over. Yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we ask this matter be set for jury trial.
All right. Jury final settlement conference, June 6, 2025, 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, June 9th, 2025 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I'd like to speak.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, counsel first.
I have jury selection Lawrence Buckner in the Ypsilanti District Court on June 9th.
Jury selection?
Yes, Your Honor.
Before Judge Barr?
Yes, Your Honor.
It'll be here.
Okay.
We all select on the same day.
All right.
So.
Your Honor, if I may, so Mr. Johnson and I are at a fundamental difference in defense strategy. There's no point in us moving forward together on this case. Mr. Johnson is representing me in circuit court. I've submitted a motion to have Mr. Johnson remove his counsel in that case.
Why?
Excuse me?
Why?
Why? Because Mr. Johnson is totally uninterested in this case, in that case, in this case as well.
Mr. Tinsley, you've been before me before, and I'm just going to tell you this.
Okay.
I haven't known Mr. Johnson necessarily all that long.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you for maybe about the past year plus that he's been appearing before this court. There has not been a client that he has walked into this court where he has not been interested in their case and zealously representing his.
This is true. This is the sovereign citizen Buckner, the House of Buckner, who he even just referred to. He not only stopped the guy from using the sob sit script, he got one of his cases dismissed. I would keep that attorney, man.
Defendant. So I don't believe you. You coming before telling me that about this attorney? I don't believe it for 1 minute. Not 1 minute. I think, because you've been before, is that you're probably not listening to him. He is advising you. I can guarantee he's protecting every right you have.
Then you'd be absolutely
to the
wrong.
fullest.
I have not seen, this gentleman has told me he's going to show up to see me countless times at the county jail. He has not. I've been waiting over 2 years for
what?
for discovery in another case at all. This gentleman doesn't answer his phone. You're making these assertions without having personal experience.
I'm done.
He
done. If
is
you want to file
a
motion,
tool
if you
for
want
defense.
if you want to file, if you want to file trial, Mr. Tinsley, you're done. You're done. You are done.
Yeah, I think I need to respond to the 2-year comment. Mr. Tinsley does have a matter that's been pending for 2 years. I'm the 4th attorney on that matter.
I know.
I have only been representing him since April. When I go to speak to him, he doesn't want to talk about what I want to talk about, Giannis. So I just want to clear that up for the record.
And Mr. Johnson, I meant my words sincerely. I've dealt with Mr. Tinsley before. This is a game he plays. So I'm done.
All right.
You're still on this case, regrettably, but you're still on it. All right. Take care, sir. Court calls the case.
Which would be your.
All right, this one's a little bit older. This happened, I think, about 2 months ago. We're in Judge Clark's courtroom. Headphone warning. He's about to yell.
Decision to make. You're waiving your right to appeal anything but an illegal sentence. Yes, sir. Are you doing this for your own free will? Yes, sir. Mr. Cantrell, do you feel this admission is in your best interest? I do. You agree you violated the terms and conditions of your probation by having technical violations of your probation? Yes, sir. I'll find there's a basis for the admission. I'm gonna find. What did you just do? Hey, come here.
Sir, come back in here. Come back in here.
You come up, sit and have a seat. You come up here. Now have him sit right. Have a seat, Mr. Cantrell. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Yes, sir.
What is your name?
Mark Elkin.
What are you doing in this courtroom?
I was here seeing somebody going to court.
You just, when you left the room, you shot a bird and then said the F word when you walked out.
Not
yes, you did.
not a you.
I don't care who it was at.
Sir.
Now, that is a direct criminal contempt of court. Punishment up to 6 months in the county jail. Do you have any thing to say?
I apologize.
Before I go forward with this?
I apologize to the court, sir.
Do you understand how serious this is?
Yes. It's emotional right now,
I
too.
can complete this hearing right now, have you put in jail, and you won't see the light for 6 months. Now, this very seldom happens in my courtroom. This is serious. I don't care who you were shooting the bird at. If it was me, I just assumed it'd be at me and somebody else. My feelings are hard to hurt. That's not the first time the bird's been shot at me.
I apologize for disrupting your court, sir. That's all I can say.
What I
Emotional
suggest
right
you
now.
do is get out of this courtroom, get out of this courthouse. Go. Mr. Cantrell, come on up and let's finish this.
Frankie Conkle.
Yeah,
Frankie, what's your date of birth?
29. 9.968, sir. I got 2 charges, trespass and resisting. There's probable cause as to those charges. You're gonna represent yourself. You're gonna hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna appoint the public defender. I'll set your bond at $1,000 on each case. You'll be back in court June 4th. Go away.
What the fuck you
Go
talking
away.
about?
Go away. Quickly.
What I do?
Why did they arrest me? Over and over. Robert Furchick.
All right, that guy. I have the feeling he's just known in that courthouse. He was kind of joking around when he was walking up. You could hear the rest of the, members, the guests at the Gray Bar Hotel laughing at him. He was just taking it as a joke, and the judge was just over it. Anyways, we're gonna go into the last one. This is the oldest one of this video. This happened back in January. I had to put Judge Iroki in a video that I called "Judges Yelling at People." So this one's good. Definite headphone warning, and it comes out of nowhere. It's about 2 or 3 minutes into the clip. He's talking normal, and he goes, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. So turn your volume down because it gets loud. It gets loud instantly. That's your warning. Let's go.
Okay, the court is on the record in City of Contempt versus Johnny Ray Gregory Jr., case number 25 TRD 25. This case is set for an initial appearance hearing this morning. Mr. Gregory has appeared today with his attorney, Joseph Loftus. Mr. Loftus is representing Mr. Gregory in other pending cases. Mr. Loftus, you are retained on the new case?
I am, Judge.
Okay. Has your client received a copy of the citation that was issued on January 10th, 2025?
He has.
Okay. Does he wish to have a reading of the complaint as well as his rights?
Judge will waive formal reading of that complaint, enter a plea of not guilty to the count in that complaint, and ask to be heard on the matter of bond with this case.
Okay, there are 2 counts. One is driving under FRA suspension, and the other is failure to reinstate license. I believe that's been charged with 2 separate counts on that. So not guilty pleas to both?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Court will accept the not guilty pleas. Okay, you'd like to be heard on bond?
As to bond, Judge, and as you reflected, I know I represent Mr. Gregory in similar cases before your court, those being 24 TRD 761 and 24 TRD 812. I have been retained by Mr. Gregory on both of those, and we are actively working those cases and trying to address the underlying situations in those cases and get Mr. Gregory back on track. And when I mean back on track, I mean being a validly licensed driver. Since the last court hearing, my client has updated me. He has retained new employment through Elite Employment Temp Agency. He's now working at Zirco Plastics, making about $15 an hour. With that temp agency he's working with, he was able to secure transportation weekly to work at the cost of $75. That plus other family members will mean Mr. Gregory is no longer driving at this point in time, and I have stressed the importance multiple times with Mr. Gregory to refrain from operating a motor vehicle until he is a validly licensed driver. He is also engaged through Catholic Charities with a caseworker working on obtaining stable residence and hopes to get some of that put into place as well. So he's actively putting the steps forward. He's trying to keep that employment and that income coming in so he can start paying this court's fees or this court's costs and any reinstatement fees. He really wants to have the ability to continue doing that during the pendency of these cases. So for those reasons, Judge, I would ask for a PR bond set in the matter deemed appropriate by this court.
I think the other cases are set for pretrial on February 19th. The allegations are that this driving incident took place at 11:45 p.m. What shift is your client working?
Which is first shift, Your Honor.
Look, Mr. Gregory.
Last warning for volume. Last warning.
And I'm not expecting for you to respond. I'm going to set this case for a pretrial conference on the same date as the other pending cases. You are facing a lot of jail time in these cases, and I don't want to hear any excuses from you today or at any time about why you're driving. I'm fed up with you constantly being in this courtroom driving against court orders while pending cases are happening. This is constant, well before Mr. Loftus was ever involved in representing you. If there's one more incident between now and the next pretrial where you come in to this court having gotten another citation, you might as well just walk to the jail. I'm fed up with you. I can't believe I'm letting you go. I can't believe I'm letting you walk out this door. It's constant with you. And I don't get why I keep being so generous to someone who just thumbs his nose at me. Get your client out of here. I don't want to see his face until the next pretrial. Bond is set, $5,000 personal recognizance, not to operate or be in the driver's seat of another vehicle. Thank you, Mr. Loftus.
All right, everybody, that's it. Yeah, this isn't live. This is a premiere. I do appreciate it. Please hit that like button. I am hopefully going to be back tomorrow. I'm feeling pretty crappy, though, so we'll see. Last night I was just tired. Today I actually feel like crap. Hopefully, it's going to pass quickly. I don't know what's going on, but I do appreciate all of you. Need to get a video out, so yeah, have a great rest of your night. Until next time, bye.